Waiting for YouTube to catch up. Waiting for YouTube to catch up. Are you gonna catch up? Do I gotta refresh? I do. Oh, sorry about the knocking and things. Howdy, howlers. It's Sako to me, also known as Cass Voigt, and welcome to my coffee hour, where I can throw some tarot or I can talk about witchy stuff. I might have some guests popping in from time to time. Maybe, possibly. I popped the StreamYard link in my Chaos group, so my group of witches. So conversation with them is always awesome. How are you, Eva? And anyone else who happens to be watching. I'm talking to you guys too. How are you this morning? I feel like I got a little something in my throat, but that will probably go away as the morning progresses. I'm looking forward to Jenna Marissy's developmental editing class. I'm kind of excited about that, actually. I didn't know it was going to be Jenna Marissy teaching it. It looks like she has a guest. So that's going to be neat. And that's at 11:30. I already have the thing open. Maybe I should put it in my... maybe I should put it in my description. Can I put it in my description? I can. Cool. Go to the evergreen, let's see, to Jenna's developmental edit seminar. Oop. Save changes. Oop. There, it is in the description. Also put it here. And we can kind of migrate over there. I have a mosquito bite of like subdermal weirdness, which means I must have been bitten yesterday and I didn't notice, which is weird because usually I can feel the I was being a chatterbox to a few pals this morning and not doing much else. I have big plans for the day. Awesome. Just kidding, not really. All right. My big plans are basically evergreen and maybe edit and upload 3 videos. I have a video on basic story structure that I'm going to upload. Well, it's uploaded. I just have to like schedule it and make a thumbnail and stuff. That's really what's holding me back, is the making of the thumbnail. I just haven't done it yet, which I'll probably do after the stream. Probably make a handful of thumbnails for the coming episodes. Boop, 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 boop. I think my pulp thing will have to wait. I don't know. I'll see what's up. So I'm working on a collab with Sky, SD Hayes, yes, something like that. I spell it Heg, yes. We're gonna do a joint collab thing regarding Pulp Fiction. The theme is paranormal, and then she's gonna come at it from the romance aspect, and I'm gonna come at it from the horror aspect, and we're gonna basically walk people through writing a pulp story, which usually comes out to about 5,000 to 10,000 words. So I just met her yesterday. Officially met her, because I've seen her around and stuff like that, but we'd never talked or seen each other's videos or anything. And we basically decided, why don't we know each other? So yeah, collab with Sky. So that's going to be fun. That's probably going to be in October, to coincide with 13 Days of Halloween. So that's going to be great. I'm excited about 13 Days of Halloween. Today I have the goal of, God damn it, my cat is on the table again. Do I have the energy to get up and chase her down? Hey, get. Oh. What do you think you're doing? No kitty feet where people eat. They nab it. So I have the goals of 3 videos today, and also start the branding, mood stuff, possible logos, etc., for 13 Days of Halloween. Crazy cats. Oh. Come on, StreamYard. Sometimes it's just easier for me to hang out on the YouTube stream. What are you doing, Destiny? Okay, I will keep the. I just figured I would talk about it a little bit to the people who are planning it. That's all. Excuse me. But because 13 days is a long, it's like half the month, right? So I gotta know the dates before I make any other plans in October. Because October is a very busy month for me, as you can guess. Very busy month indeed. It's gonna be great. Good morning. Sorry, just checking messages real quick. Hey, knock it off. Yapper. Such a brr. I am writing. Yes, Whatever was wrong with my creativity is gone. I'm working on a project that is exciting news. So glad to hear it. You can inspire the rest of us with your high word counts and such. Very excited. I think October will probably be in between. Oh, hello. Excuse me. Goodness. Good to see you, Jace. I have a new message. Hold on. Oh, not relevant. Not relevant. Nope. Nope. Okay. Curse this mosquito bite. Oh, it's getting bigger. I should chill it out. A hater? No. But also haters, yes. Somehow, magically. Why do I have a thumbs down? Oh. I have a hater already. We will see what they are like. Still organizing notes. I got a downvote. That's fascinating. I know I'm not like the most like energetic and yo, what's up kind of person in the morning, but goddamn. I noticed that's been going around on AuthorTube videos and stuff lately. So I am subscribed to a couple of tarot accounts that do like live streams and stuff. And they kind of like, there's this system where you, depending on how much money you donate, will determine what deck he uses. And yeah, I was there before the stream started. They're like witchy things. I think they're just like rando trolls that go around thumbs downing shit. That's all. The snakes are getting at me. Yeah. Granted, snakes are my friend. Hi, Shelby. So good to see you. So good to see you. Wait, I keep forgetting. I can do this. I've been doing StreamYard more often. Yes. Yes, it does. Counts as engagement. Ooh. You should see my nose from yesterday, man. Hey, Shelby. I should be editing my manuscript and getting it ready for next month, which is when I do all the things to it. And then September, I release it. Probably not going to have it reviewed. No, I should have it reviewed. I just like waited too long for it to get reviewed. That's all. I just have one round of putting in Sage's 2 cents on my manuscript, and then it's ready to go. I'm sticking a fork in it. Yeah. It is good to know that you have a chunk of time today. Good to know. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the schedule for today for Evergreen. Should be working on chapter for all therapy. Ooh, it's due to the group yesterday. Ooh. Well, you better hop on that so that us subscribers are entertained. I need to figure out how to self-pub on Amazon from your phone. Can you? Push comes to shove, I can help you with that. Let me know if it gives you guff. I don't think you can post things to Amazon from your phone. I think you have to do it from a computer. So if you want, like, just tug on my shirt or something and I can help you with that. I will be your in-between. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Because I don't think it's an option. I don't think it's an option. I've not been to any of the events for the virtual retreat. I was not writing, so I did not go. Well, there has been no writing. It has been 100% seminars. The opening panel, it had sprints. The opening panel had sprints, but everybody else, no. The writer tips with Becca was anxiety management. The hand health with Austin was amazing. Like, I think I need to do the stretches again today, which I might do before this stream is over. You can do them with me if you like. And then I missed the burnout panel, so I don't know who was doing that. But it was a chatty, it wasn't a sprinty. Saturday was the series Bible with Ginger, the marketing panel, which was great. Discovery writing with Robert. Outlining was a panel. Fast drafting was a panel. No, outlining was Alina. No, it was reversed. Fast drafting was Alina. Outlining was a panel. Diversity was a panel led by Cachet. And then today is editing day. So developmental editing with Jenna. Betas, getting betas and stuff, I don't know. Editing author platform, and then they're going to wrap up. Yeah, it's not sprints. It's a scene between my MC, his male witch friend, possible love interest, and the friend's friend, a siren busker. That sounds amazing. I'm kind of here for it. Enjoyed the mental health and diversity panels for sure. Yeah. Yeah, they were really good. Dana Gulan does what? Does betas? I got really lucky in that. I have a couple of people in my back pocket that are solid. Fast drafting with Alina. Yep. Outlining was a panel. Discovery with Robert. Wish I could have attended more, but this weekend has been crazier than expected. I don't blame you. I totally get that. Hello, Kat Mosher. So awesome to see you. get your coffee. It's a chill morning. We're talking about evergreen. I'm really excited about this collab with, I'm doing a bunch of collabs actually, which I'm super excited for. Where's my collab list? Here, collab list. I guess I don't have my collab list in here. Was the Creative Well and the Burnout, yeah. That was on Friday. I should give that a watch on the replay. 7:30 to 9:30 is really tricky for me because that's like dinner time and family time and stuff. And Fridays are specifically like devoted to my husband. I planned on not attending live shows and watching the evergreen stuff during the week. That is smart. Though the chats are really beneficial. So there's that. But of all of the ones that you should watch in post is the hand health one. The hand health one was really good. And I intend on watching that regularly. They're all stretches I know. I just, sometimes I need to be led through it. My wrists are kind of feeling it today, so I might stretch them a little bit. So next month, I believe we are doing another AuthorTube retreat action. I will be collabing with Sage Gordon Davis, and I'll be hosting a seminar on building your brand and marketing stuff and whatnot. So that's coming down the tube. But she's basically going to be a live case study. So I'm going to help them figure out their brand. They have a rough idea, so I feel like I'm just going to help them nail it down. Maybe draw them a new logo or something. August is going to be a blast, especially on my channel because I have so much stuff I'm doing. So I'm going to have all the tutorials, all the vlogs. August is going to be super busy. And I'm going to be doing a series on hedge riding. So there's that coming as well in August. I need to come up with one more writing structure to flesh out my series on writing structures. Everything comes in fives. So I'm also doing a business plan for authors video. Maybe I'll make that a workshop. And then like design it kind of like Brittany Wing in that it's a video, it is, but I also get to respond to questions and stuff like that at the same time. So hungry. Morning, making coffee, no proper function yet. Yep, absolutely. I have all the things that I want to do and just not enough hours in the day, you know? Not enough hours in the day. 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm just like, ugh. Son of a bitch. 8 o'clock even. Jeez. I have dinner at like 7:30, so 8 o'clock is like when I have my post-dinner cigarette and stuff, so everything is like, just kind of like coming down from the day. Yes. I'm a little jealous. That sounds amazing. Super want. Super want. That would be really helpful, the author plan stuff. Yeah. Especially after the marketing thing yesterday, BC gave a super shout out to me. Like if you need help with your business plan, you can talk to BC or you can talk to me. We can either, I mean, I'm going to do the video thing / maybe workshop thing. But I'm also for hire if you want me to like walk you through it and help you with it. No, my degree is good for something. Which is fun because so many authors are, for those who are trying to take this seriously and make this a profession, make this a job, a business plan, a brand, platform, all of that stuff is like mandatory. Yeah, watch the marketing one. It's pretty solid. It's also got Lisa Daly on there, who definitely knows her shit. Like, she is a wealth of knowledge. I should have been on that panel, absolutely. I don't think they thought to think of me. Yay, baby writer. We all start somewhere. Definitely catch it. Yeah, it was a really great panel. There's the information that's ahead of what I need. Yes, it is assuming that you already have your brand. It is assuming that you are ready to sell. It is assuming that you are coming up with a battle plan regarding your marketing. Granted, I started doing my stuff 5 months ahead of time, and I'm finishing up I'm tying up all my bows and stuff in August so that I can release in September. That is my goal. Oh.
Howdy. I have my hair in my little like curly girl method plop.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
This is what you do to get the ringlets, girl.
Yes.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderfully. It's so good to see you.
So good to see you too.
I would like to introduce Ray Honey. She is in my Chaot group based out of Richmond, Virginia.
She just got out the shower, so you must be forgiven.
We were just talking about authors, because technically this is also an AuthorTube channel. So
cool.
I combine witchy things and writer things, and you know.
I love it.
So we were talking about like business plans and marketing and branding and like all of that stuff, and how I'm releasing a bunch of stuff regarding all of those things.
All right.
So my degree is good for something.
Yeah. Every once in a while I get used out of that first one.
It is tricky. It is. Especially if you're coming at it like with fresh eyes and no experience and all of that.
Right, girl. So, don't mind my interruption. Tell me more. Tell me everything.
Oh, we can also talk about witchy stuff. Like we can get back to the back to the subject at hand.
Oh, no, goodness. I'm just still waking up, I'm percolating. I'm down for whatever.
Also, I love your mug.
Oh, I thank you. It's actually it says "Let's get cracking." Yep. And then on the back it says "Refuse to sink."
I love it. I wish I had one.
Oh my God. I found it at this little independent coffee shop and I was like, I need this mug that I'm drinking out of right now. Can I just buy this and my coffee? And I was like, yeah, sure.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, is someone else joining us?
Love. All the love.
Oh, goodness. There are all people that are watching my face. Let me get into my face. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to turn my screen off. Yeah. There we go.
No. Like, there's no judgment here.
Okay. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this right now. I just showed up for coffee and witch talk.
No, it's great. You can, no, please come back out. We love you.
Okay, fine.
We love your beautiful face.
Not that beautiful right now. She got the moisturizer because it's very important in Colorado,
Is that where you are, Colorado?
Yes, I'm in Denver.
Oh, wow. I forgot that for some reason.
Yeah. I'm from Asheville. That's how I know Ansa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same group as with Madame Ansa, if you guys remember her from the other day. Yeah, so how is your witchy stuff going?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's just, right now we're on just like essentials only mode. It's hard. The world is hard right now.
The world is super hard right now.
It's a really tricky time. And so, I just, I'm doing what I can, I'm trying to light candles. I'm trying to, put blessings out there, do sigil work when I can,
Ditto for that.
God.
I'm doing a lot of protecting the protesters. I'm doing a lot of begging Mars to release the police. I'm very much so a defund the police, and more so that people are putting a lot of things that are not in their job description on them.
Right.
And like, it's not their job to get the cat out of the tree. Like, it's not the fire department's job either, but
right. Well, I saw, two things in the news, which it's like, I don't do that anymore. I used to be like, let me get on the news. But I saw my hometown of Asheville, North Carolina is apparently city council just passed this bill or whatever, where they're going to be giving reparations to the African-American community.
I saw that.
Yeah, don't know exactly what it's going to look like just yet. It's not going to be like cash out to all the African-American families. Yeah, right. Just kind of like all of us got for this COVID shit. Have a little check that'll last you for a little bit. No. I think it's going to be more like emphasis on reviving the community and providing safe spaces. I'm not really sure. But, yeah. And then, there was something else that I was just like, maybe there is hope. Somewhere, I can't remember. Is it my city? I don't even know. has said now that they're going to have social workers go to all nonviolent shit. Like, no cops for, like, domestic disputes and that kind of thing. Well, like, maybe a cop for a domestic dispute. But, like, you know, like, if somebody's wigging the fuck out, having a mental health crisis, like, why would you need a cop there anyway? You know? They're sending social workers.
Social
I don't know where that is.
Smarter to do wellness checks and not police.
Yes.
It should not be on the cop to make the call. Right.
Because it's not that, you know, it's just they don't have that training. They don't. You know who does? With a master's degree? A social worker, you know?
Essentially, they show up and say, "Are you okay?"
Right. Holy shit. So, like, I was walking out of the hospital the other day, and there's this construction site right across the street. I'm a nurse. And there's a construction site right across the street from work. And this guy had climbed up onto the crane and was threatening to jump. And surrounding him are all of these police officers, you know, and they're just, like, yelling at him and doing their presence thing. And I walked over, you know, and was like, don't think you guys are going there the right way, you know? Yeah. And so they were just kind of like, well, we know what we're doing. We know these guys who talk people out of situations like that. Sorry, I automatically put on my Southern voice because I'm from the South. And anytime I hear an idiot, I'm like, reminds me of home, you know? But, like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it's just interesting, you know, that, and then there were, like, was a social worker and they were just like, just shut up and go back there, you know? So that's what I saw. And I was like, well, hope they make it, you know? Yeah. But yeah, I think it's good to see that, you know, there's so much change, hopefully for the better, happening. Yeah. Although, you know, another thing, like, I saw yesterday, or a few days ago, not yesterday, I didn't leave the house yesterday. She's just getting by. But, like, this young Black man was surrounded by cops in a parking lot, and I drove by and I almost wrecked my car because I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on there? Because, like, you could see he was like this, and I don't know. I feel so guilty for not pulling over. I feel so guilty for not pulling over, but, like, I can't remember what I was doing, which shows you how important it was. But I was just like, what the fuck would I do, you know? So I think we all need to kind of create action plans for situations like that, you know? To be like, hey, white lady with a cell phone here, you know? What's going on, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. Changing the flag in Mississippi.
Yes.
Which is super awesome.
About time.
I heard that was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Absolutely. I think social workers are more appropriate for suicide prevention.
For sure.
I have never talked to a social worker in a professional setting, and I've been institutionalized. So, like, I feel like a lot of needless violence against myself probably didn't have to happen had I had access to a social worker.
Oh yeah, girlfriend. Shit. I've been there too, twice, you know, because sometimes the world just gets to be too heavy, especially for those of us who feel so much, you know, we feel everything. It's not just what's going on in here, you know. And that's where I learned what a social worker does. Is the second, not the first time I was hospitalized, but the second time I was hospitalized, you know. And they were just like, here's somebody that can kind of like follow you if you'd be up for that. And I was like, fuck yes, you know. And we would just check in every once in a while.
What a great idea.
I know, right? God. And after that, you know, just for like a, hey, how are your meds working for you? You know, what's going on now? You having a good week? You know, that kind of thing. It was nice. And I think they're definitely underutilized. And then again, when I was working as a hospice nurse, like there are 4 members of the team, the chaplain, which is, you know, good because they're interfaith, interdenominational, whatever. It's not just about J-man, you know. But then there's the social worker who's like everything, you know, and the nurse and the CNA. And so that was the team. And man, oh man, they can do everything, you know. Social workers are like number one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Instead, I get doctors who don't read the chart.
Oh, girl. Who are you telling? Shit. It's like...
And take like a gallon of blood at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And like, they took so much blood.
Oh, yeah.
I think they wanted to see what all drugs I was on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I was already on prescriptions when I went in.
Right.
You know, so, and I was
the
only patient that was in there at the time who was already on prescriptions.
Yeah.
So a lot of people go into the hospital to get on prescription.
Right. Right.
Stayed in a women's shelter with my mother and sister for a while. Wow. I remember kind people there that'd likely be a social worker today. Probably volunteers then.
I bet they were social workers.
Yeah.
They're like the powerhouse, you know, of humanity. Truly, they are in any healthcare system.
Every person that I knew personally that worked in social work ended up having to get out because they were too empathic.
Well, that's certainly a case, but also a lot of social workers I know are getting out because there's no fucking funding.
Ooh.
You know, they have no resources, and it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that is just like, you know, I did this resilience training with a it's called Vital Hearts, a secondary trauma resilience training. Here's the workbook right here. Oh, you know, and it's for resilience. Yes, and it is for healthcare workers who go through like secondary trauma all the time. And it's mostly nurses and social workers and chaplains and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of the social workers worked for like the domestic violence unit, whatever, and the police. And they were saying, yeah, you know, they're cutting funding for the police because the public outcry, but guess whose departments go first? Ours. Which is just infuriating. You know. Oh, it's time to take my hair out the flap. Chic early.
I love it.
Thank you. But yeah, it's just it's insane, you know, where our priorities are and the government. I don't want to get into that. Girl, it's Sunday morning. It's too early. It's too early. Refuse to sing.
Yeah. I need more coffee for this.
Oh shit, yeah. No. Well, so tell me about books and authors and witchy things. Because I just like bombed this whole thing. I didn't know if I was supposed to stream with the video or not. So it's like,
well,
I went for it.
You know. But it's so good to see you and just get to talk to you and stuff like that. Yes. We're so far apart, and meetings have been few and far between. I want to host something. I wish I could host something like I tried the Facebook room thing, and that didn't work out. That was weird.
Yeah. I wish I didn't have to work when I do, because you're always doing your stuff right when I'm clocking in, you know? And I'm like, shit, I'm awake. I should be doing this, you know?
Yeah. Usually I do like witchy tutorials, or I throw tarot, or I also have like a little storytelling deck that I use for like throwing tarot for book characters and creating storylines and stuff like that.
Ooh. I'm writing a play. Yeah, I'm writing a play.
That's amazing.
So maybe that can help give me direction on this. Yes. So I went to a reader. Well, she wasn't a reader. She was a psychic.
Oh.
Her name is Barb, and she was amazing. First things first, like I sit down and she's like, all right, girl, let's get some shit straight about you. And I was like, what? She's from New Jersey. I love it. She's like, all right, so you're kind, but you're not nice. And you need to quit this Southern shit. And I hadn't even told her I was from the South. And like my accent was concealed at the time. She says, I don't know where you're from, but I know that you're trying to be like your family and do this whole like Southern Belle, you know, patience is a virtue, whatever shit. And that's not working for you.
I see.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, what? And she says, and for some reason, your guides, particularly this one woman who hasn't really, who just like jumped right in, who's always with you. And I was like, that would be Lou. She says, she wants you to write a play and get your true self out. And you, cause yeah, right? She says, you need to write, and you can't write a novel because if you were to do that, you'd be focused too much on the setting. You need to work on the characters and find your voice for who you truly are. And I was like, oh my God, yes, I do. So, and then she said, and you know, I have no idea what this shit means. Maybe you can tell me, but somebody's giving me the message. I'm a copperhead, not a cottonmouth. And I was like, oh, I know what that means. She was like, what the fuck does it mean? I said, it means I'm mean, but I keep it to myself. Copperheads are mean and they stick to their own territory, but cottonmouths are mean and they'll come after your ass.
Right.
So yeah, she was just like, so what does that mean? And I was like, I guess that's the title of my show. What?
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, right? Well, yeah, it's interesting because so many times I just roll over and, you know, and I'm just like, oh, you know, that's okay. Nice to see you. I'll chant for you. But she says, Ray, sometimes when you need to be a bitch, just be a bitch. It's like, okay.
It is okay to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
why is that so hard? Why is that so hard?
I don't know.
Is that the Southern thing? You know, is that just how many other folks are? Where is everyone from? Where's everyone from?
We got Mississippi. We got South America somewhere. I can't remember where. We got I forget where Eva is. We got a bunch of people from all over. People are so mad over defund the police, but don't hesitate or even notice when it's defund education.
Oh God, yes.
Art is always the first to go.
And music. Let's talk about the things that grow children's brains the most.
Art and music, first thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is terrible because, like, everything is visual, right? So, like, I went into graphic design because there will always be a demand for graphic design. Right now, there's an oversaturation. There's a lot of companies that won't hire a graphic designer proper. They'll hire, like, an animator and then pay them to, like, less for the same work.
That's frustrating.
Okay. My mom.
Hey.
She is refilling the cat thing. Food thing.
Yeah. St. Louis, raised in Texas, Mississippi. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough coming up as a young lady, you know, in the South, because what does it mean to be, you know, a lady? Why is that the first word I come to instead of woman? Argentina. Woohoo! This is a cool group. I'm kind of like mortified that I just bombed with my plop. Like, it's cool to be here with everybody.
Think I'm okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah, it happens today.
Yeah, she's staring at it going,
Yeah, it'll happen. Chores that I need to do. Oh my gosh. I don't know that it's just a Southern thing. I think it's a woman thing.
Mm.
I think it's just coming to light that we start speaking out, that we start standing up. Just in the last 8 years, it's been slowly building with yes all women and Me Too and all of that. So people are
Yeah. Yes, doll.
Not Southern at all, but I do recall people telling me to be a lady and my dad turning around saying she's fine.
Wow. Dad standing up for his daughter, that's huge too. Because in the South, it's just so many times, it's not about what the gal needs, it's about what the guy needs. And how he's the bread and butter of the family. My brother hangs the moon, but he doesn't know who he is or what he wants.
Yep.
He has no self-awareness. But then again, he never had to work to figure that shit out because he had no incentive.
Yeah. That's really harrowing. It's spooky.
Weird. It is.
Because none of us know what we're doing. We're just playing it by ear. And I think that is what a lot of people don't consider. Boomers, for instance. They, settled down at 20. And they didn't, and they did the whole white picket fence, 2.5 kids, career, stay-at-home mom, all of that jazz. But they didn't know what they were doing.
No, or what they wanted.
They wanted. They were just keeping up with the Joneses. They didn't stop to consider what do they want. Not what does society expect of them, but what do they want? So that's why you have a lot of divorcees at 50 and people who are coming into their own finally at that age and looking for a non-abusive relationship and a better life.
Yeah.
Pursuing what they actually want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Ditto.
Mm-hmm.
Though the people who judged me for who I am are now dead. So I didn't give a shit then, and I don't give a shit now. I will be who I am. Because I have had more than one significant other, and I think she found out that I was naked on the internet. She thought I was the biggest trollop on the planet, which is really weird because in her younger days, she was a hippie And then when she moved to Florida, she became like a Red Hat Society lady. Super Trump supporters.
Like you do.
And became really judgmental.
God.
And she just recently passed away. And her husband is the patriarch of the family. So, like, I'm wondering, like, when he passes away, do my sister and I still get the money? Question mark. He mentioned something when I was like 8 years old, but like their son doesn't need the money. My dad doesn't need the money. Like, is it gonna go to us? It would be super cool. I don't want him to pass away, but he is the oldest, and everyone is dying around him, and it's pissing him off. Like he's like, and he just like went into surgery for breaking his hip and came out fine.
Good.
Probably. You know?
That's pretty amazing. Broken hips are like no joke.
They had to do surgery and he's fine.
Jeez. Right on.
He's got some kind of like colon cancer that only like 3 people on the planet have. So they don't know how to treat it. And so when he's well, he's really well. And then when he's bad, he's really bad. Like super bad. My dad stands for there's more equality there. That's true. Finland is a lot less oppressed the woman than the US, for instance. Have to go get some rest. Have plans today. Anniversary is the 22nd of this month, but we're celebrating today. Congratulations.
Yay.
Get some rest. Have fun on your anniversary. It's so good to see you again. It's so good to see you writing again. We will see you around.
Yay!
Yay, Destiny. Destiny is often very inspiring because she's really good at pumping out a lot of words really fast. So a lot of times what we do is we have sprints. So we set a timer for, I like to do 20 minutes because that's short enough for me to like keep attention, but like long enough to where I can really get into what I'm writing. So I'll set a timer and we see how many words we can type in that time. And, and then we compare like who got how many words, and Destiny always wins. Destiny always wins. So we're all striving. At least I'm striving. I don't know about anybody else, but it like inspires me to like shoot higher for my word count, you know? So
that's awesome.
Yeah. I am not the kind of person who gets, when I say I'm jealous of someone, I'm not actually jealous. I'm more inspired by that person, and it makes me realize that there are things that are possible, as opposed to oh, that person's better than me, I'll never be as good as that, et cetera, et cetera. I'm more like, I have so much to learn from you.
Right.
You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, teach me. I'm very much so that person.
Man, that's awesome and a good way to be, you know, because it's so easy to get caught up in competition and shit. To use it as a motivating force, that's juicy.
I was very fortunate in that I have parents who were very supportive of my art and of my life, really. And I would do a piece and then I would take it to my dad and say, what's wrong with this? Critique it for me. Like, tell me how I can make this better. And so like, I take critique really well, but like, they have to like make it clear that it's critique, or I have to. It would be better if I asked for critique. But that's a code that I don't see much anymore. For C&C, comments and critique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right in isolation, but I really like to see others succeed during sprints. So Doll also hosts sprints themselves, and so while they don't write, they kind of like provide the time for other people to do so. And yes, keep me.
Right.
Absolutely. Which is why I was so happy when the K-Art group got formed, because I was like, oh my gosh, like peers that I can like study with.
Right.
I always thought Artha was like a Aleister Crowley sort of witch, hermetic weirdness,
She's so wonderful.
How do we get better if we don't know how to fix things? Like, why do we send things off to an editor? Because we want it to be the best thing it can possibly be, right? And sometimes you're too close to something to be able to tell what's wrong with it. At least that's my problem. I have to like walk away for 3 days to 3 months, depending on what the project is. But like to be able to come back with an objective eye and be able to tell what's wrong with it. But like, if I'm on a timetable, I gotta like hand it off to somebody else and be like, tell me if this sucks, because I can't tell. I can't tell anymore. And I'm fortunate in that this community is very warm, and this is one of the nicer corners of the internet, I think, is this like author tube, witchy tube action that I'm putting together. Yeah, scrunch that hair. Yeah.
I just wanted to do its thing.
It'll do its thing.
I didn't put the mousse in. God, it's such a process making curly hair do like pleasantly curly hair. You gotta scrunch the crunch and squish the to condish.
Yep.
All these phrases and names and products and oh my God, I forgot all about it. A blind writer. Ooh.
Yes. So Doll dictates.
Oh.
So they were talking recently that they don't trust the iPad to convert properly. And I let them know, like, the more you talk to the iPad, the more it will learn your speech patterns. So it won't change things on you. And Doll speaks with a very distinct accent. So, like, Siri might read that, like, kind of weird to begin with, until it figures out, speech patterns and stuff like that. But I would like Doll to know that I would be happy to read whatever you write and let you know if it sucks. I am happy to critique for you. Don't think I've ever properly gotten a critique, kind of in my more advanced writing classes last year. But it was still more in the "this is great" comments, not critique.
So not helpful.
So not helpful. Which is why I appreciate people like Sage, because they were going through and proofreading line by line, and I had sent out my manuscript to 15 people to look for developmental issues, to look for problematic verbiage, to look for stereotypes and misrepresentation, to, just like overall stuff. Everybody had like different roles. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. And Sage, so most people just read through the story and said, that was great. And I'm like, right, but I need to know what's wrong with it. You type. So you like, you got to be like here, because they're like, what, like 90% blind. Use huge fonts. Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That
you
is.
can type. Have you considered dictating? I do voice to text like a lot. Like I would say 60% of my like texts and posts and stuff like that are voice to text.
Same here. It's learning my southern accent that happens when I'm tired.
iPad has to be touching the nose. Yeah.
Dang. Wow.
When I beta read, I try my best to balance the encouraging comments and the critical ones. So in art, you say one thing that you like about the piece and one thing that needs fixing. Rather than just like saying all the stuff that, unless I say what's wrong with it, with that verbiage, then they'll tell me just the stuff that needs fixing. But in general, the way you critique is, I really like this, but I would probably change this. I should really make a video showing you how I do this because people keep assuming, oh. You should make a video on how you do it. I think it would be cool to do a collab with like Blind Mage and Divided by Sight. I'm too critical to be a good critic. Yeah. That is not necessarily a drawback.
Mm-mm. No, sometimes you just need the real. Just need the real.
Sometimes we need like, oftentimes I will take it to a professional and say, tear it apart. Like literally, like, just tell me what's wrong with it in as brutal a fashion as you possibly can. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, if you're looking at it in large fonts like here, yeah, of course you're going to be super, super, hard on your work.
All right, darlings. I think I'm going to head out.
All right. So awesome seeing you.
Yeah, it's so wonderful to see you too. I'm sorry to like totally bomb this, but I was like, I'm going for it. I'm here. I'm going to go for it. I don't know what this milieu is going to be like, but I'm there. Yeah, well, keep writing, everyone, and have a marvelous week ahead of us.
Yep, you too.
Thank you, darlings. Bye.
Awesome. I like writing comments in the margins or on Google Docs. I like the highlighter and commenting. Yep. I like to ask questions and might be like, this sentence doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Yay, Ray. Sidetracked by life for a little bit. Missed so much. No worries. We're talking about critique and the differences between being wounded by it or being inspired by it. Hop into work on the quarter hour. Do that stretchy bit. Do that stretchy bit. I should probably work on some videos. So the question is, do I do this while streaming and do it in sprints, or do I sign off and just straight work on videos? I leave that up to you guys. Do you want to do sprints with me until 11 o'clock? Or, because I don't mind doing a couple of sprints over the next hour or so, and then hopping over to the developmental editing talk with Jenna. At least I think that's who's doing it. Oh, it's Natalia, excuse me. Natalia Lee. Self-editing workshop today with Natalia Lee. Oh, yay, Natalie Warmer, yay, hi. It is starting at 11:30. I have the link in my description. Yeah. Have to figure things out, message some peeps, do that thing. I will catch you on the flip side, doll. Get that axe to the grindstone. Oh my goodness. My upper back is like super feeling it. Super feeling it. Oh, Jenna is doing the beta readers. You're right. I goofed it. My cats. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, I am also a Jenna fangirl. It is actually because of Jenna that I joined AuthorTube. Jenna and Alexa Dunn. And Kate Kavanaugh. Those, and Brooke Pass more technically. Those were all AuthorTubers that I followed before I joined AuthorTube. They convinced me to join. And I watched them for a couple of years before I decided I was going to do that. Excuse me. Oh, my belly. Looking at the playlist, only reason I know. Actually didn't know about Jenna until after I joined AuthorTube. Oh. I was doing I did like 5 years of study on writing craft before I actually put the fork in my Hope's Chest manuscript. But which will be a good workshop, both the self-editing and the betas. I found Courtney Project after, when I stumbled on the 10K a day things. Also, I was looking for live streams that were late at night, and Courtney was the only one streaming at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So you found Courtney Project and Brooke first, and then you found Jenna. I would like to get to a point where I'm working with people like Jenna and Brooke and Courtney. That's a goal. That's a goal. It's not so much that I am I'm not trying to like use them to progress my own journey or anything like that. I just think that they have wisdom to bestow on people, and I want to share that. And I think conversations with them would be very interesting. Just putting that out there. Oh my gosh. I just found out some interesting drama. I will not voice it over the stream, of course, but wow. Goddamn. I just found out the specifics regarding a tarot reading that I threw last week. I think it was last week. And it came true, and I found out love watching the Publishable channel. It's Courtney and Meg. Oh. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Let me look that up. Publish. It's only 10 o'clock, baby. Publishable. Hi, what? Are you that hungry? You look that hungry. All right, fine. YouTube. I will subscribe and then comb through there. Ooh. Oh, it's a playlist. There we go. That looks great. I am baffled. Also, this window has frozen. They do live streams about once a month. Cool. I have just subscribed. I will give their videos a watch because it sounds like they have a lot of, like, I can actually learn a lot from them. They originally swapped channels and then made the Publishable channel. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I found I right early after I joined AuthorTube. I haven't been huge on their videos, but on Meg's videos, I mean, but I haven't really watched them a lot. So, oh my gosh, stop chewing on the rug. All right. My cat is like, but I'm so hungry. Meow, I'm so hungry. Meow, I'm so hungry. There you go. Which means he'll take two bites and walk away. Goodness. Yeah, super rad. I'm very interested. So, I technically have some questions. I just don't know if it's appropriate to ask them because I don't know how many of you people consider yourselves witches or you're just hanging out with a Sako. I do not know. But I'll put it up anyway. What moves your soul the most? I am moved by art. Now, that is a really broad subject, right? So if there is art involved, I do all of it. Pretty much, like all of it. I'm pretty sure there is not an aspect of art that I haven't done. Do all the things. And writing is just yet another one. But it is an art. It requires you to be creative. And wordsmithing is a thing. So what about you guys? What moves your soul? Has music ever made you cry? I know it's done that to me. Oh, hey! Also, hey! I don't think I've seen you around, Moon Goddess. It's nice to see you. What moves my soul? I said the same thing. Art. Which is a really broad subject, but it's true. Interesting thought. Music and nature. Which was your comment yesterday about when looking for inspiration, you go outside. And I'm like, not where I'm at, you don't. But if you are surrounded by woods and stuff, but you're surrounded by nature, it's different. It's a different context. Hey, Natalie. It's so good to see you. I threw cards for Natalie last night. It was great. After party with Sako. Morning after coffee with Sako. I like hanging out with people. Yes, hashtag go outside. Unfortunately, I'm not in a place where I can do that. My woods are crowded with people who don't wear masks. Never thought about that. Got to agree with all of them. The nature front. I grew up in front of a Christmas tree field. Oh, nice. Very cool. Music for sure. Not a musically inclined person as far as playing instruments, but it inspires me in all my creative endeavors. Also, nature. Crashed so early. Nature is the best way for me to find peace. Cool. Yeah, tarot was interesting, I have to agree. So usually when you get into witchcraft or graphic design or writing or whatever, there's a specialization. And it's good to pick that specialization early on. So me personally, I started with tarot. That was my gateway. And got into invoking and sigil work and working with the dead. Do a lot of that. But what about you? If you were to be a witch, what would you want to be good at? Oh, my back. Why? I hope you guys are still there. Or StreamYard is being particularly slow. Oh, it's being particularly slow. It is. Okay. Just got to be patient. Clairvoyance to properly work would avoid a lot of pain if it did. What do you mean by properly work? And really shoot for the stars, you know. Anything is possible in chaos magic. Still a baby witch and figuring all this stuff out. Meditation, tarot, lighting candles is the extent of what I do now. But what do you want to do? Do you know? Is it like what do you want out of your witchcraft? If I knew about that betrayal properly, I wouldn't have lost sleep like I did. Well, that's why we have friends. It's a hard thing to dodge. If it didn't happen the way it did, it would have found another way to happen, right? So I don't know that it's a bullet you could have dodged. Interesting question is I was once trained by a Wiccan high priest who told me I'd be someone with it who can give people spiritual healing remotely. You touched on my skill with the tarot. That's interesting. It's good to have a mentor for such things. I personally had poor exposure to Wicca, so I'm not Wiccan anymore, that's for sure. But I understand it, and that's where my roots are. Also, if it occurs to you, visualization is probably your next step. And you would be really surprised at what you can accomplish with that. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's 10:30. Do I work on videos or do I continue chatting? No, hashtag not working anymore. Hello, Brianna. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you for a couple of days. How's it going? How you been? I'm just asking people questions, looking inward. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm looking at that publishable playlist, looking at their videos and episodes, rather. And I'm very interested in what kind of content they're putting out. It's really cool stuff. Been doing good, drowning in chores, yeah. But they get neglected a bit during Camp Nano. I know those feels. Do a little bit of tarot, but don't use my cards often. I'm going to try to more often. That is my current extent, so I like your chats because I learn different things, roots of witchy stuff. Guess I just want to learn more because I think it'll help me understand life and myself better. If that is what you're looking for, you probably want to look into shadow work and green work. All right, I'm going to be right back. But think about the things that you want to do. There is nothing wrong with not knowing what that is, but, something to kind of keep in your back pocket, right? Boop. 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 But yeah, witchcraft is a really great way to learn yourself. Absolutely. Only found Courtney in the last month or so. Oh, so I'm interested in the other channel too. Probably binge them this weekend. Mm-hmm. Natalie Brooke, Mandy, Jesse Elliott. I don't know Jesse Elliott. K.M. Wyland was definitely one of my firsts. And Kate Kavanaugh. Yep, absolutely. Tillery and Aphrodite by the Way of Tea. My partner and I discussed the tarot reading. He pointed out he told me the same thing for months. Oof. That's heavy. Been tempted to join the AuthorTube squad. Oh, well, if you want someone to hold your hand, I'm here for you. If anything, I can, have you on as a guest just to kind of have something for you to cut your teeth on. I'm here for you. Shadow work seems like something I really need to do. I'll start today. Don't do shadow work for the sake of doing shadow work. This was a lesson that I had to learn as well. There's a time and a place for everything. And sometimes therapy for the sake of therapy is not appropriate. But all the other tubers I keep discovering make it look like so much fun. Yeah, especially the new people, all this fresh blood coming out of the woodwork. It's really great. I love it. Like Zara Hoffman and Kahila. And don't be scared. The community is pretty positive. It is one of the nicer corners of the internet. Yeah. Also, thank you. I love this torque. I got super lucky when I saw it, and I did not care how much it cost. I was like, I need to own that. We are here for you. So yeah, you are always welcome on my streams. So if you ever want to guest on my things, just to get used to talking in front of people and stuff, please, you're always welcome. You are not too late. Usually you would be, but today I'm doing a 2-hour thing instead of a 1-hour thing. And we're just kind of shooting the shit and answering questions about ourselves. Actually not heavy. He and I are in a good relationship and oozing with happiness. He tells me things to build me up and grow as a person. I'm so glad to hear that. If you have any good news to share, share it with me. I love hearing good news. It just seems like the right time in my life. Lots of anxiety and other personal things, so I think I could benefit from it. Cool. If you are interested in such things, I can do a private shadow work reading for you and basically act as your therapist for an hour. Good morning, Jenny. It took me a second to realize that you had entered the room. So good to see you. Shooting the hee, that's a fun expression. Yeah, shooting the shit, yeah. Absolutely. All right. I'm at the point where I have good news and bad news. Yeah. Don't we all? Jeez. So, as far as your witchcraft is concerned, are you looking to have something that you do like every couple of weeks? Or are you looking for something that permeates your life? Are you looking to change your lifestyle to become, this It's a different style of life. It is. And he heard me giggling, and I look, and he stands there looking at me like I've gone mad. Yeah. I would love to do that shadow work stuff with you, but I feel like I'd be a burden. That's silly. That's silly. I'm here for you. Do not worry about me. I care about you, and I want you to know that you would never be a burden to me. I'm here to help you. So don't. And I feel like we're cut from very similar cloths. So don't feel like well, I'm not here to tell you how to feel, but try not to let it get to you that the idea that you would be a burden to me, because that's wholly untrue. But if you are interested, you can find me on Facebook as Sako to me. You can message me anytime. We'll make an appointment so that we can actually talk, because I'm not always available, but for obvious reasons. But yeah, I'd be happy to help you guys out, be it shadow work or any other kind of tutelage. But I feel like shadow work is right. The shadow work talk on Thursday was the beginning of my recent healing. That's so good. It was the first step. The weekend has been a roller coaster. I bet. So weird. I'm like my brain is still like bubbling with the circumstances that surround you. I'm just still trying to figure it out, you know. And my Facebook explodes. I just got a notification. However, Facebook is giving me guff. There we go. Also a very interesting name. Very interesting. And you too. Got up so early that I was just relieved to see that it was still Sunday and it's only 9:45. If you're gonna have a nap, now's the time. Whoever wants the shadow work, Sako or myself, though Sako has more experience. I love that no matter how long you've been on the witchy path, you always have new things to learn. Yes, absolutely. Been on the path since 1996. Me too, actually. Maybe a little, no, about then. Yeah, 1996. Twinsies. Sent a request. Facebook is a bit of a madhouse sometimes with the political arguing, though. I try not to be all that political on my stream, so there's that. Confirm. I've disappeared to watch the outlining and drafting panel from yesterday. If I'm not responding, I'm doing that. No problemo. I had a small break through our huge talk too. Oh, seemed rather unrelated, but it can't be a coincidence, can it? Yay, Jenny. What the fuck? ...2006, because Doll is younger. Actually, I'm kind of curious. How old are you? I'm looking into the witchy path out of curiosity. That is not a bad take on it. It is good to do your homework, and especially if you're a fantasy writer. For one thing, you can use that as inspiration, but also there's so much misrepresentation out there. Holy crap. I was struggling so much with my project. Had just grinded to a halt, stressing me out to the point of physical symptoms. Mulled over it for days. I get it. Regarding, are you doing this as a lifestyle change? Oh, I think accessorizing with belief system is the biggest problems. Being the good Christian without actually adhering to Christian values, acquiring New Age paraphernalia like the right doodad would be a miracle cure to personal problems, etc. And today I had this epiphany and changed genre, and now everything is flowing, and I'm super excited. Yay, Brianna, yay! People like to talk about how occult, witchy, faithful they are, more than actually following the tenets. Ain't that the goddamn truth? Like the Instagram witches, they make me super mad. I'm 29, started around 15, so that's why 2006. I was 13, so I get it. My parents were very supportive in whatever path I wanted to pursue. So I kind of went through the Wiccan thing when I was a kid, and my exposure to it was not positive. So I went back to Buddhism. Been pagan since 13, Wiccan since 22. I like the sans dogma that chaos magic has, even though I'm seeing a lot of leftover dogma in chaos magic. I'm seeing a lot of that. But yeah. Also, good to see you, MK. Bit off topic, but what do you think about having dreams that come true? It's called clairvoyance. My younger cousin and I have both experienced this, and I wasn't sure what to tell her. Yeah. Having visions, clairvoyance. Boop. Boop. There's a huge difference in actually reading chaos magic and getting taught chaos magic by randos who picked it up. Yes, absolutely. I discovered paganism at the age of 26 to several different paths at once, and even though I feel like I am pagan, I have no idea which path to choose, if any. You don't have to decide. Dreams that come true, welcome to my life. Yeah. Also, for those who are unaware, MK here is also super knowledgeable as far as chaos magic is concerned. So, that is something to consider. I have such a long to-do list. When am I going to do this shit? Goddamn. I don't know. I do not know. So, we're all writers here. I am curious to know, where do you get your research and or ideas for your books? That is a loaded question. I have a small series of videos that talks about it a little bit. So if you are curious, please go to my channel and go to the witchy playlist and check that out. Is backwards clairvoyance a thing? Usually I have a dream that makes me go, ooh, so that was what happened, was going on, was meant when I wake up. Oh, that's your brain analyzing and processing. Is it beneficial to send protection spells to people who don't want anything from me? Yeah, of course. Of course. Hindsight, yeah. Hindsight is always 20/20. Good morning, Raven. It's so good to see you. And Maya, everyone pooling in just as I'm starting to wrap up, of course. Also, the book Chaos Magic by Phil Hines. Sorry, I heard voices. I don't know why I hear voices. Fantasy story was born of a fable I wrote, which was born from a discussion about grief, loss, and legacy. Very interesting. And Brianna has turtle brain, apparently. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. All right. I need a half an hour to kind of like figure the Book of Pleasure, Self-Love, The Psychology of Ecstasy. Austin Osman invented sigil magic. Yeah, so let me find this book and put the link in. This is the Kindle edition, but there is a paperback version as well. Brain is slow. Yeah, no problem, guys. Super great. Thank you so much for coming. Mainly do research from books, libraries, book fairs. Right on. I have no idea where I got this current whip from, but now that I think about it, lol, oh well. If a reader dissected my fantasy series, they'd find all the human, cultural, religious, historical, and other references in the story. I see. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Get your food, get your coffee, get your rest in, and then I will see you guys at 11:30 at Natalia's stream. Catch you guys on the flip side.